It is a setting like no other, where the brightest of suns shines down on the deepest of valleys. We're in Idaho, pristine, picturesque, majestic, the perfect backdrop for figure skating's royalty. Brian Boitano is the defending champion, and everything he does seems bigger, grander here. He's in first place. Right behind him is Paul Wiley. There's glorious scenery everywhere, but try taking your eyes off this guy. Then there's Viktor Petrenko. Yesterday, we saw his triple axel take on the elements. The triple axel won. We saw history in the making, professional skating's first ever quadruple jump. We saw longing for lost loves. The setting here is so perfect, we're head over heels. It's the men's outdoor championship in a place called Sun Valley. Nestled in the mountains, Sun Valley is a 2-hour drive from Boise, an hour by plane from Salt Lake City. And today, the curtain is being drawn for the final act in the men's outdoor skating championship. I'm Tracey Wilson, along with Olympic gold medalist Scott Hamilton. And here's what happened in the first of 2 rounds of competition, beginning with a strong performance by Joseph Sabovchik.
Joseph Sabovchik spends his summers here in Sun Valley, and you can tell that he's very comfortable with his surroundings. He does shows here every Saturday night. And due to his jumping ability, he's now called Jumpin' Joe.
Is there anybody out there?
I've been in years and years and years of professional competitions, and I've never seen this even attempted. The quadruple toe loop, and watch how close he came to perfection. History was made yesterday by Joseph Sabovchik.
Only you.
Viktor Petrenko is no stranger to Sun Valley. Competed here last year. Comes every summer for the ice shows, and he was another one that decided he was going to go after the technical side of skating. Joseph did the quad. Viktor went after the triple axel.
Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do.
You pay attention to which way his shadow's going, you're going to see that he's going to be jumping right into the sun. Triple axel, double toe
loop. Can make this change in me.
The difference in this competition is that the judges are supposed to reward artistic ability, and Paul Wiley has really created a niche for himself in that regard. One of the most artistic skaters in American history. Paul Wiley didn't rely on the jumps, but choreography to get the job done, putting him in second place. But in the world of professional competitions, when you see this man's name on the participant list, you only feel like you can go for second place. Brian Boitano, so solid, so strong, turned in a beautiful technical performance. Spread eagle into the Tano triple Lutz. You never doubt it for a second, and neither does he. the program was as strong as the beginning. A big, beautiful double axel there. Down to the other end. Footwork, the steps right here, and a gorgeous triple sow cow. His signature move. He'll pick up speed. The death drop, height extension, always ignites the crowd, and that was good enough to put him in first place.
The standings as we head into the final round. Brian Boitano leads with 29.6 out of a perfect 30. Paul Wiley is second. Victor Petrenko only 1/10 back in third. Then Canada's Brian Orser and Sabovchik. America's Scott Williams is sixth. Russia's Alexandr Fadeev seventh. Then Gary Beacom and Petr Barna. And the final round begins in a moment here in Sun Valley.
The CBS Sports Show is sponsored by Ryder's Jeans and...
First on the ice this afternoon, the holder of 40.
First on the ice, Petr Barna from the Czech Republic. He was a 1992 Olympic bronze medalist, and he now resides in Palm Harbor, Florida. Skating to the music, "Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word" by Joe Cocker.
What have I gotta do to make you love me? What have I gotta do to make you kiss?
Petr Barna's been skating extremely well so far in the competition. Solid. It's hard to believe that he's in last place. 3 triples in the first program.
And the way to find your melody.
Gorgeous double axel there.
Scott, it shows the depth in this competition when he finishes in last place with such a great skate.
Well, each of these athletes is so different the way they present themselves, the way they package their skating. It seemed like Petr got a little bit lost in the shuffle yesterday between Gary Beacom, Brian Boitano, Paul Wiley. Triplettes right here. Again, solid.
So sad, it's a sad, sad situation, and it's getting more and more absurd. It's sad, so sad, why can't we talk it over?
And a huge triple flip. He's jumping really well in both numbers so far. He's jumped extremely well. Triple toe loop, you're only allowed to do 3 triples. He's landed all 3 beautifully.
The emphasis here is on artistry and innovation. The jumps are part of this competition, but they're not the key to it. That's why they're only allowed to do 3. There are 5 judges scoring on a 6.0 basis.
Sorry seems to be the hardest word. What have I gotta do to make you love me? What have I gotta do to be heard? What do I do when life distracts me? What have I got to do? What have I got to do? But sorry speaks to me the hardest word. Yes, the hardest word.
He skated that program as well as he possibly could. He couldn't ask for anything more, except for maybe a few high marks. It's going to be interesting to see if the judges improve their marks from the first performance.
Well, Scott's Petr Barna certainly has delivered the goods today. Another very strong, well-skated performance.
Great look at triple Lutz. Now watch a reach back. He's gliding left and he's going to vault right there. Boom, it goes in the ice. It shoots him up into the air. Good height, great tightness of air position, and a clean 1-foot perfect landing. Triple flip. Now look how much air is under his feet on this jump. It just goes up and up and up. Triple flip, again, beautifully done.
The marks.
Judges are ready now with the marks for Petr Barna.
5.6.
And again, not great marks. Seems like they're looking at the strength of the performance, of the routine. And sometimes when you're doing ballads, it's just hard to pull those marks out of the judges. He skated it technically beautifully, but this is an artistic competition.
A total of 27.95, 7/10 higher than his first program. And when we come back, we'll take a ride with Gary Beacom.
On a Sunday afternoon.
That is not Charlie Brown waiting for a bus. That is Gary Beacom. He has never been afraid to express his personality on the ice. Last year, he skated to Leonard Cohen's I'm Your Man. This year's theme comes from Randy Newman and a song titled I'm Different.
It'll be a bit of fun, yeah.
Don't tell me, you like the title.
Yeah, the title caught my fancy, but it's also a great piece of music. And the lyrics aren't 100% clear. You have to really listen, but it'll fit nicely into this this setting, hopefully. I think people will get a kick out of it.
And now on the ice, Mr. Gary Beacom.
Welcome back to the ice, Sun Valley's own Gary Beacom.
Now, whenever we look at programs, we've got a little bit up. He's going to pay somebody.
Uh-oh.
We've got a list of elements that are in the program. He's going to pay the judges right now, I think. He's stopped by. Let's go to Linda. No, we're going to go right to Kathy Casey, who gave him the lowest mark in the first number. I love it.
Yeah.
She'll keep that, too, I bet. Now, whenever we're preparing for one of these events, we get a list of elements. And here's a list of elements for Alexandr Fadeev's program, who's coming up next. Now, here's Gary Beacom's elements. Right there. This is serious. He hasn't a clue.
He didn't even choreograph his first number. He totally improvised it. Now, some judges liked it, but Kathy Casey didn't. She gave him a 5.0. This number he's about to perform is a little more structured, but not much.
Throwing a little debris off the ice. Nothing changes choreography quicker than something that doesn't slide.
He says his success relies on two key elements. His first secret is picking good music, and second, he says you have to maintain a sense of humor.
I'm different, don't care who knows it. Something about me is not the same yet. I'm different, that's how it goes. Ain't gon' play your goddamn game. I got a different way of walking. I got a different kind of smile. I got a different way of talking. Drives the women kind of wild.
Kind of wild. He's different.
They don't care who knows it.
Something about him.
It's not the same yet.
He's different.
That's how it goes.
He's not gonna play your gosh darn game.
I ain't saying I'm better than you are, but maybe I am.
This is so hard to do one of these little half axles and land on the same foot you take off from.
I look in the mirror, I like the man.
We like the man.
I'm different, I don't care who knows it. Something about me is not the same yet. I'm different, that's how it goes.
Although many of the moves he does, skaters are the only ones that can appreciate their difficulty, but the audience can sure appreciate his artistic talent.
Bluebirds are singing in the tall oak tree.
Kind of goes against anything that has a rule in figure skating. He even has different pairs of skates for different numbers, so he can accomplish different things.
Thanks, fellas.
He's different, and he don't care who knows it. Something about him, not the same. He's different, that's how it goes. And he's not gonna play your gosh darn game.
I'm different, I don't care who knows it. Something about me is not the same yet. I'm different, that's how it goes. They gon' play no boss names game.
Well, the crowd loves it, but I don't think he's going to get many points out of the judges for that routine. He's always fun to watch. He always lights up the crowd. But in skating, competitive skating, it's tough to get the marks when you're only going for the crowd. Most of these figure skating moves have very technical names, but I think you can only call this one a Beacom. Gary definitely marches to the beat of his own drummer. Gary Beacom. Unique? Kathy didn't get a chance to keep it because he took it back. I wonder how much he gave her.
How much was it? Should have got this after the marks came up. It probably would have had more impact.
And the marks.
And here's the marks for Gary Beacom.
5.45.
Well, judge number 3 came way up. Maybe she was thinking
5.5.
she get to keep that money.
5.6.
5.45 to 5.6. Not bad marks for Gary Beacom.
Total of 55.25, and that puts Gary Beacom in first place at this point in the competition.
I'm different, don't care who knows it. Something about me, it's not the same yet. I'm different,
Coming later, but relaxing now, the defending champion Brian Boitano talking with Joseph Zabovchik. Paul Wiley, currently second to Brian, warming up.
I got a different kind of smile. I got a different way.
And Victor Petrenko in third, and maybe even a little nervous. Hey, everybody's different.
1985 world champion and
31-year-old Alexandr Fadeev, the seven-time champion of the Soviet Union. He was the world champion in 1985 over Orser and Boitano. Music by Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes.
It's a piece of music Christy Yamaguchi has always wanted to skate to. She thought you'd have a lot of fun to it. Opening jump right here. Triple axel, two-footed, but he did it. I don't know why he didn't do it in the first program. His technique is flawless.
Little high, little low. Anywhere the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
Spinning in opposite directions is extremely difficult.
Just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, 'cause nothing really matters. Too late, my time has come. Sent shivers
Seems to be losing his legs. It's supposed to be a triple sow count. He singled it. Normally when you miss a triple jump, it will go to a double. That was a single.
I've got to go. Gotta leave.
Triple toe, and again, it just looked like his legs weren't under him. Think about altitude. When you get tired, you stay that way. Nice backflip.
Scott, how tough is it to skate outdoors under all of the elements?
Well, outdoors is one thing. You've got a little bit of wind, you got a little bit of glare from the sun, but the most difficult thing here is the altitude. We're at over 6,000 feet, and you can't even go up a flight of stairs without your heart pounding a little bit. So when you're trying to get through one of these long programs, especially when it starts picking up speed like this, it's painful. Definitely, the altitude fatigue has really taken over.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
triple axel this program had a lot of promise. But I'm sure, even in Alexander's eyes, it fell short of what he was hoping it would be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alexandr Fadeev.
31-year-old Alexandr Fadeev.
Right off the top of this program, I thought in the first program he should have done triple axel. This is the second program. He steps right up and just snaps it. Great height, little loose in the air position, which made him 2 foot the landing, but still a quality triple axel. The setup is perfect. He steps right into it. Great technique. Right up and in, 1, 2, 3.5, and just has to put the other foot down. But from there, I think that fatigue just took over, and it's really hard to pull off those jumps when your legs are just a little tired and slow.
And the marks for Alexandr Fadeev, 5.4.
Alexandr Fadeev's marks.
5.4 is disappointing, 5.65. Again, I made a lot of mistakes, and that really sticks out in the judge's eyes.
His total of 27.55 in this program is lower than Petr Barna's or Gary Beacom. But added to his score from the first program, he is in first place for now as we continue from the rink behind the lodge in Sun Valley, Idaho. Next skater comes from Hermosa Beach, California, 29-year-old Scott Williams.
Please welcome back to the ice, Scott.
Once a silver medalist, twice a bronze medalist at the U.S. Nationals. He's skating to Kiss by Tom Jones.
You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. You don't need experience to turn me out. You just leave it all up to me. I'll show you what it's all about.
A lot of speed here for this triple toe into the wind. Oh, almost slipped on that landing edge, but able to hang on to it.
My world ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. You gotta not talk dirty, baby, if you wanna impress me. You can't be too flirty, mama. I know how to undress me. Let me be your fantasy, and maybe you could be mine. You just leave it all up.
What is it with men skating these days, Scott? They always want to take their clothes off.
You don't have to be rich.
See, that should be a deduction right there. The flagrant showing of hair does not belong in professional men's skating competition, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Philippe Candeloro is known for taking off a shirt or two in exhibition programs. He's done a lot of shows with Scott Williams in Sun Valley, and he always gets the crowd going.
He's been touring for a year and a half with Jane Torval and Christopher Dean, and he told me that it's really helped him to keep his performance level up. They performed for a year and a half, basically night after night.
Women and girls rule my world. I say they rule my world. At your age, mama, not your shoe size, maybe we could do the twirl. You don't have
Interesting, it's supposed to be double axel, nicely done.
You gotta leave it all up to me. My love will be your food. You don't
one of his favorite moves right here. I don't think anybody in the world does them better than he does.
I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss.
Scott Williams doing a little Tom Jones.
Opening combination right here, triple toe. Now watch, he gets into the air really nicely. 1, 2, 3. Now watch the landing. It's just like barely is able to hang on to that. His ankle collapsed over, but he had enough strength to just pull off that thing. This is a signature move. Scott Williams doing barrel rolls. Just watch him cover the ice, avoiding the toe picks at all costs.
Great hair action, Scott.
I don't want to hear it, Tracy. I am taking donors.
And the marks for Scott Williams.
These are very good. Again, he kept the program going throughout. Did some nice technical moves in there, but it's well constructed, very balanced. Judges loved it.
His total of 28.65 is easily the highest so far, 7/10 higher than Petr Barna.
How does that go again? Yeah, Scott, get a little extra, no problem. Wrong color, but we'll die. We can work with it. We can work with it.
We can work with anything, Scott. Definitely. We'll talk about it later.
And here's the current overall standings with Scott Williams in the lead, but still to skate the final group of men. Joseph Zabobchik, Brian Orser, Victor Petrenko, Paul Wiley, and Brian Boitano wraps it up. But now it's time to look at the secret pages of Scott Hamilton's skating diary.
Sun Valley. There's nothing I like more than getting up in the morning and heading out to skate. The morning sun, the mountain air, an empty, clean sheet of ice, and just me and my blades.
Scott? Can we skate with you today?
Yeah, that'd be great. Come on out. Yeah, I gotta get back to work. CBS has me doing all these incredible responsibilities. Ah, yes, Sun Valley. The sun, the air, and just me and my blades.